Hello, people. Welcome back to the Teknopathetic Podcast. And we have to say, we've talked about it before, but at least I think this channel should really be focused on the most important anime ever to grace man. And do you know what that anime is?
Convenience store boyfriends.
Yes.
You know what episode we're on? We're on episode 14. And we first talked about convenience store boyfriends in episode 3.
You know, it comes full circle. This is the end of the channel. This is the last video we're doing ever.
Okay, so I want to give some context before we start, though, here. First off, when we first watched the show, we watched the original, Japanese, dub, so subtitles and all, right? This time we watched the English dub.
Hey, what the fuck? You got a fucking problem?
And, we'll get to this later. For now, I'll just say, it was actually a lot more enjoyable the second time around.
We did, however, stop at episode 9 or 10? What did we stop?
We all stopped at episode 10
Yeah.
and basically didn't watch episodes 11 and 12 because it's boring.
And there's also a reason, but we'll get to that later. Where do we begin with the great story of convenience store boyfriends?
Alright, I don't want to, try and bore people here too much. I mean, I think if they want to watch the anime on their own, they can. I will try to describe it here very briefly. So, Convenience Store Boyfriends is about these characters who we have come up with our own names for them. And these characters are Chad, Virgin, E-Girl, and Becky. Now, how it works is Chad likes Becky, but Becky's always, way too busy studying and is very standoffish with Chad, and it emotionally hurts him. Virgin really likes E-Girl, but he's way too goddamn much of a virgin to make a move. And that's pretty much the entire plot of the show, stretched out for 12 episodes.
I'd like to put in the fact that there are 20 other supporting characters, but they don't matter.
Here's what I really want to get to. This is something me and Dan said about 50 times throughout watching the show. If you watch the opening, and it's the fully developed opening that it gets added in around episode 3, where you get to watch this opening and it's actually all the characters going to the convenience store. And I mean also the side characters. All of the characters go together to the convenience store and just have a good time with the simple commodities you can find in it. And that never actually fully is happening in the show. And I don't mean, characters do go to the convenience store, and Dan kept track of how many times people went to the convenience store.
Yes.
But what I need to note is none of the side characters pretty much ever go to the convenience store.
The only place they can hang out is the convenience store. For some reason. I don't know the reason. Overbearing parents or something.
I think it's because it's convenient.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
So retarded. Well, I mean, very genuinely, it's the only reason I can actually think of it. It's because it's in a convenient place and it's near the school.
Yeah, they should just go there more. That should be the center of the thing. I would even argue that they shouldn't even be high schoolers. They should just be young adults and they work at the convenience store.
That'd be cool too, honestly.
It'd be so
I'd
much
be down
better.
with that. Wait, I need to now bring up this idea. So Dan personally believes that an episode that has more appearances of the convenience store is usually the sign that it's a better episode.
Usually, there's some outliers. First off, I'm going to give you the counts for convenience store appearances. Now, keep in mind, we did stop at episode 10 for a reason. Overall appearances, up until episode 10, I counted 30. So,
Damn.
that's about, on average, 3 times per episode. Times they go in, because sometimes it'll just it will just be an establishing shot, sometimes of the convenience store. Sometimes it will be them hanging out outside by a bench in the back. But the times they go in is 14. I need to bring this up. Around episode 10, plot stuff happens, and E-Girl cheats on the convenience store, and she's an E-Girl, and I don't like it.
We kind of discussed this a little bit in episode 3 of the podcast, but we have a laundry list of ideas for how you could actually make this an interesting plot. First off, you could have Chad sleep with E-Girl because he got rejected and mistreated by Becky, and this kind of causes a rift in his relationship with the Virgin, and you could just have drama of, people in their friend group kind of taking sides in this issue, and it'd be fucking great.
And honestly, I feel like this is the best idea we came up with. It would give some more, reason for the side characters to have kind of been established.
Yeah, totally.
The side characters could take sides, and it could just be a huge thing. And that's the story. It would be a bit more of a mature anime, I think, at that moment.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I think that would make it a mature anime, but I think that's why it would be so good, because a lot of people have had to watch their friend groups probably fall apart because of some drama, and for a lot of people, having a show that kind of shows how that can go is really important.
I think it would be really cool if, like, maybe episode 2, say, Virgin got a job at the convenience store, and have the rest of the series be focused around, like, one character coming to the convenience store, or, like, maybe working at the convenience store on shifts, and just, like, that entire episode is based around them.
Yeah, no, totally. You could expand on his relationship with anyone. Except instead of Virgin, please make it Chad, because Chad is much more likable. Alright, and I need to bring up our last idea here this is the last idea we'll be going in depth on, because I don't want this entire fucking video to just be us being like, here's what it could have been, because that'll be boring.
That's
so, our
episode.
third and final idea, and the one that we think would be hilariously amazing, in episode 3, Virgin just fucking murders the e-girl in the rain. Like, total psychopath, stabbing her in the rain. He gets away with it, and the rest of the series continues at normal, but with that fucking constant shade over fucking Virgin, and everything he talks just seeming way more menacing and creepy.
So, why do we bring this up? There's this scene in episode 3 where they're just walking through the rain. It kind of has, like, a very eerily creepy vibe to it. It would be so cool if, like, Virgin just, like, pulled out a knife and just started, like, viciously murdering E-Girl. I think part of what makes me like this horror idea is the character's eyes. Just the way they're drawn. The eyes just really feel lifeless. You know, something good that we do get from that rain scene, though, is, you know, the image I'm thinking of.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna put... Alright, so first, guys, first, I'm gonna put up on screen here for all of you a picture of the Virgin meme, right? Now we're gonna put up a picture of our boy Virgin from Convenience Store Boyfriends.
It's like one for
in this
one.
scene. It's so fucking close to being the exact same thing, guys. Like, holy shit. Like, let's overlay. Fucking enhance. Now, I think we don't really need to talk too much more about, like, Virgin and E-Girl's plotline, because it's mostly boring. Like, let me put it to you like this. Imagine the skeleton of what the ideal Japanese romance is. It's kind of awkward. It's meant to be sort of charming in how shy they both are. And it's just only the skeleton of it, and it's just going through the motions of it, and it means almost nothing, and there's no actual charm or anything. The skeleton is there, just none of the soul.
And it sucks. It really does suck. It sucks because they're the main focus, and they shouldn't be.
They are they're the big couple of the fucking show, but they shouldn't be, because Chad and Becky are way better, and that's what we're gonna get into here. The Chad and Becky plotline is genuinely good.
It has, like, heartfelt, emotional, realistic scenes.
So to try and give a bit more detail, the reason Becky doesn't give more attention to Chad is because her family's very, like, serious, and they really want her to study hard. And she's already kind of a shy and antisocial person, so it makes it hard for her to really want to, like, be with Chad. And Chad really does do his best to be nice to this girl and respect her and everything. And still, you know, try to go out with her, but she just keeps blowing him... She for one, keeps blowing him off. She keeps telling him to, stop, even though she clearly does like him. And I'm being serious here. There's a scene where Chad straight up turns down 3 girls at the same time asking to hang out with him. And I'm not even like in this like crazily over-the-top anime way. It's just like the natural way of like 3 girls being like, yo, Chad, come along with us. You're a fun guy, you know? And Chad's like, no, sorry. I really want to focus on Becky here, right? And she gets upset at that. Like, girl, like, Chad, like, Becky, you don't deserve Chad!
It's not even like you could take it like, oh, maybe there was some kind of like way she could interpret it like, hey, I kind of do want to go with you guys. It was very clear, especially in the English dub. He did not want to go with them. He was like, no, sorry, I can't, no, no.
He was upfront, yeah, no, totally. It was...
And she gets fucking mad at him!
And you're all probably wondering, okay, so why is this interesting to you? Because it's the only time in the show you get to see actual, very real struggle that doesn't feel forced and also still feels intriguing to watch. Because, dude, it's not just a matter that Chad gets kind of sad by this. He gets fucking destroyed by this for like a solid 3 episodes.
Probably one of the most realistic ways I've seen depression portrayed in anime.
Yeah, because he just seems like he's genuinely not excited by things that usually make him happy. He's not able to smile as much. And you know what? The best line in the entire series is when Virgin calls up Chad to check on how he's doing, and he straight up admits, I'm scared. And it's very well portrayed in the English dub.
Just the raw, you can just tell the raw emotion with the delivery in the English dub. It's just there. It's a really good line. You know, they become a couple in episode 9. I get it, they're kind of side characters, but their story was a lot better.
Dan put this to me. He said it would have been kind of interesting if maybe they just kind of drew things out a little bit longer. Made like, make Virgin and E-Girl the couple in episode 9. They become a couple. And then Dan says, as the high point of the series, you end with Chad and Becky getting together.
Because it honestly seems like in episode 9, Virgin and E-Girl are a couple.
This actually is something else I want to bring up, right? So, okay, so you get the idea. I'm actually going to genuinely recommend this. If you don't want to watch Convenience Store Boyfriends, 1, prepare for it to be unbelievably, irritatingly boring at times. But 2, watch it literally only for the Chad and Becky plotline, and then you can just stop after that.
Yeah, episode 9 is the peak of the show.
I still say to Dan, very seriously, I think this show is a part of some kind of fucking tax fraud. Because it just has, for the most part, it has almost no soul to it, right? So it has to be part of some kind of fucking strange money-making scheme, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it's possible at the very least.
There was this time when we were watching it, and it was just like this boring scene. I just bring up to Angelo, this music kind of sounds like it was played on the kazoo. Just pauses for a few seconds, and he just says, God damn it!
Okay, but, so another thing. We need to now bring up the biggest shortcoming of the show, which was episode 7. Episode 7 feels like it's a one-shot episode because it's specifically not about any of our 4 main characters. It is about one of the side characters who had almost no development, right?
And another character who literally only appeared on screen once before.
I'm being serious here with you. It is about the student council president wanting to fuck his sister.
Yes.
Or it could be brotherly love and they just wrote it in a weird way, but it really does seem like he wants to fuck his sister, right?
No, because especially in the English dub, he's like, hey, I want you to stop thinking of me as your brother because I love you. That's not what you say to your sister if it's just brotherly love.
In case you're wondering, hey, how does this end? It does not end with them fucking. Good. It just ends with them never talking again, I'm pretty sure, because it never shows them actually talking after that whole scene. Okay, now we've talked quite a bit. Now it's time we talk about it, the scene. Okay, so when me and Dan first watched Convenience Store Boyfriends, there was a scene in episode 10 while they were talking on the bridge, and Dan was just saying to me, he's like, I really just wish you would tell him you're my convenience store boyfriend. And because that would make Dan super happy, right?
I think I even brought this up in episode 3. Like, I would love the show
you brought this up.
if she just said this.
Yeah, you brought this up in episode 3. And here's the thing. We were watching the English dub, right? And there was just this moment in episode 10 where Dan's like, wait, Angelo, go back. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, did she say it? And we're watching, and then we hear her say, you're like my secret boyfriend. We're like, oh! And then we hear her say, my convenience store boyfriend. We're like, yeah!
We were literally freaking out for like a solid minute or two.
No, it was longer than a minute. We were hollering for a solid minute, and then still like slowly recovering from it for like a solid 10 minutes because we were hyped as hell.
But
then we actually looked up the original Japanese subs, and she said it there too, which is that we totally missed it.
So this is also an apology video. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. We got information wrong. The storyline with Chad and Becky, it's really good. It's a really good kind of dive into like a depressed teenager's mind. I think that really deserves something. Like, I think that deserves more talking about. I think that's a really good storyline.
But if you had to look at the anime as a whole,
The animation's really bad. It has like no passion behind it. The characters, I hate how misused the background characters are. I hate the main storyline. I do not really like Virgin and E-Girl. I would give it 4 out of 10.
I'll give it like 4.5 out of 10. But I am also biased because I watched this show only with Danny.
Yeah, I wonder how it would feel if, like, back when we were first seeing it, because that's how this whole thing started. You can watch probably episode 3, we talk about it. But, like, where we just watch it, and we watch it all the way through instead of dropping it. I wonder how we'd feel about it. Angelo?
Yeah, Dan?
You're my convenience store boyfriend.
Right back at you, bro. Right back at you. I had a girl recently call me her convenience store boyfriend.
Fucking
It was-
Poggers moment.
It was a Poggers moment. It's true.
You're the PogChamp.
All right. Good night, everyone. I love you. I hope you love me back. Bye-bye.
胸に秘め歌う儚くたゆたう世界を君の手で守ったから今はただ翼を畳んでゆっくり眠りなさい永遠の安らぎに包まれて Love through all eternity 優しく見